Johnny took a spin in one of our 14-foot pro anglers, and from there he decided that he would like to have a kayak, but he said that the pro anglers was too big. He wanted a small kayak. So we started looking, trying to find a used kayak, and it had to be pedal because Johnny doesn't paddle very well. And so we started looking on Craigslist and other places, and people that have a good kayak don't sell them. So from there we went to Brad up at Sunjammers and asked him could he help, and Brad went over and above helping. He really hooked us up, and then my wife started posting stuff on Facebook. Brad did stuff on the kayak club, and the donations just started pouring in.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Johnny, this is Mr. Brad.
Hey Johnny, happy birthday. I hear you've always wanted a kayak.
Yeah, I did.
There it is.
Thank you.
All right, look at it and see what you think. They keep alligators.
Right?
Right? You need to ask Mr. Brad any questions?
Where do you put the bait?
Where do you put the bait?
Your bait. You got your side trays here you can put your bait in. What kind of bait do you fish with?
Shrimp.
Shrimp? Live shrimp?
Yeah.
Live? Frozen shrimp, you'll just sit in the cup anywhere. You got it. Live shrimp, we'll get you a bait bucket to float over the side.
All right, show him what this is.
This right here, you open up, you twist this handle all the way around, and this pops open. This is where you put all your tackle. So it's all right there between your legs. Now that you have to make sure this hole lines up with this so it can all fit in there and lock down.
Yeah.
It gives everybody problems. You know how to use the pedals?
Yeah.
I hear you've been racing him.
Yeah.
All
Do
right.
you know how to adjust them?
Johnny,
Congratulations.
Johnny, Mr. Brad's going to show you how to take them out.
Yeah.
So as you flip these back and this back, and then it lifts up. And then to put it back in, you just simply push it in and it locks. Here's your dry bag. You put your goodies in it. Your towels, your t-shirts, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Then you want to roll it 3 times. Then let it come back and it buckles off to itself. And then you can put it in here and it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Johnny works at Publix, so most people know Johnny. This is Johnny's 69th birthday, and what a present. Johnny said, I picked it out, and it has everything on it. Right. Really what makes Johnny so special is, first of all, it's very hard to believe that he's 69 years old.
Oh, good. Johnny, how old are you?
Old enough.
100? He's 100?
Your identification.
Yeah,
A handful, you're smart enough.
okay, well, we'll look now.
You can do the math, right?
No, that's why I went to law school, because I'm really bad at it. I was talking about that the other day.
Here you go, Amanda. You tell us. Let's see how good you are at math. Nobody's watching.
Oh, Amanda's not good at math.
69.
69 today, John.
Hey, let me take a picture of you too.
He has one possession in his life, and that's a bicycle that he rides everywhere that he goes. But he lives in our neighborhood, and he's always around, and if he sees you working in the yard, he'll always say, can I help you? We've had yard sales, and he said, can I help you? So he's just always been a great neighborhood friend, and the community has just embraced him and adopted him as one of their own. Okay. Take that, John. Put that in the back.
All right, so we'll
Miss
follow.
Brad, if you would be so kind.
Thank you.
Oh, you
That's better. Now it's your birthday. There you go.
That's good.
Panama City Marina and St. Andrews Marina are your one-stop shop for anything that you need on the water. You can come in and get ethanol-free Valtech fuel, live and frozen bait, ice, snacks, and your favorite beverages are just a few reasons we're a Bay County boater's favorite on-the-water store. Tired of the stress of a boat ramp? Whether it's covered, uncovered, or on a lift, we've got slips that fit your needs. Stop in our store at 1 Harrison Avenue in Panama City or call 872-7272.
Hi, this is Rick from Howell Tackle Supply. Come by and see us to get ready for summer fishing. Live bait, rods, reels, and all the tackle you need. Make Howell Tackle Supply the last stop before you get to the water. We have the latest and greatest, plus all the tried and true fishing gear you've always used. From ice to the latest from Guy Harvey, Costa Del Mar. Howell Tackle Supply has just what you need. Open early Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. 3100 West Highway 98, Panama City, Florida. Howell Tackle Supply.
This next segment is brought to you by the Bay County Boatyard. You know, a clean bottom is a fast bottom. Bay County Boatyard prides itself in thorough and professional attention to detail. We do not take shortcuts when it comes to the well-being of your sail, power, or commercial vessel. Whether it's a minor repair or a complete overhaul, we provide the right place, tools, and experience needed to get you back on the water. Bay County Boatyard is located at 101 North Church Avenue, or for more information, go online at baycountyboatyard.com or give us a call at 850-215-9283.
Jerry McBride, Kayak Fish Magazine. This boat might look a little familiar to you. This is the exact same show boat we just photographed and videotaped at ICAST. This was best of show over the entire ICAST 2015. And we were fortunate enough to kind of kidnap this boat on the way down I-10, and we're going to take it for a little paddle and get some additional videotape and do a little assessment, and we'll have a complete review on it in the fall issue of Kayak Fish Magazine. This is a 13-foot, 5-inch, 34-inch wide boat. So typically you would think, oh man, this thing's going to be big and slow and heavy, but it's only 69 pounds, and as you can tell, it's pretty sleek. Great coloration, very nice fit and finish on it. This is the Yak Attack version of the C-135 from Eddyline, and they are just now getting into the kayak fishing business. Traditionally, they've had the touring boats. There we go. That's a nice bass. It's a real nice splash when she came up and ate that topwater live target froggy, which is my favorite topwater for freshwater. You can tell just from briefly paddling this that Eddyline has a real long history building performance boats. Because even though this thing's 34 inches wide, you can just tell this thing is made to get up and move. The handling is really nice, but it's just real. The acceleration's just amazing for a 34-inch wide boat. And very smooth, very quiet. It just feels like a 28-inch wide boat. Pretty impressive just to paddle. This is carbon light material. A friend of mine says he's dropped his twice and it didn't crack, unlike a lot of thermoform boats. If anybody saw this boat at the ICAST show, they wouldn't recognize it now because that big bass dragged all kinds of weeds into the cockpit here. For more information on the Eddyline C-135 Yak Attack Edition, which was the overall show winner at ICAST 2015, go to kayakfishmag.com.
Hi, I'm Nate Odom with Mexico Beach Marina, where we are a key dealer for Yamaha outboard motors. We're also a Master Tech certified service department. Here at Mexico Beach Marina, we're not just a full service marina. We also have a fully stocked bait and tackle shop, including live and frozen bait, with your specialty baits for all of your pelagic needs. In addition to that, we carry your bulk ice, bagged ice. Don't forget to check out our beach store, which includes brands such as Costa sunglasses, full selection of Yeti coolers, clothing, and accessories, and some of the best miscellaneous t-shirts you're going to find on the beach. Whether you're headed offshore for bottom fishing or fishing the flats or simply running off to the pier, we've got a great selection of rods, reels, and a full line of tackle. So come on down and visit us at Mexico Beach Marina, and for more information you can visit us at mexicobeachmarina.com.
Sunjammers and Hobie Mirage Kayaks set the standard for on-the-water fun. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventures, Hobie has a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for effective, powerful propulsion to enhance your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride. Hobie kayaks are available at Sunjammers Water Sports in Panama City Beach.
The Captain Anderson makes fishing a breeze. There's a galley on board, and your comfortable trip is all-inclusive. Rod, reel, tackle, bait, and your fishing license. The traditional all-day trip from 7 to 5 p.m. Come aboard the Captain Anderson for a relaxing day of bottom fishing. There's plenty of room, so bring the whole family. It's a whopping big adventure, and that's no fishtail. The Captain Anderson is located at Captain Anderson's Marina, where the fish are always biting and the kids are always smiling. Please call for cruise schedules.
Hey, Bay County Outdoors, it's Captain Jamie Wilkinson. I'm sitting here with West End Steve on the west end of the beach. And you've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook, Steve and I catching a lot of fish on the west end. And there's a reason for that. But I'll give you a little history of West End Steve, because he's kind of a man, myth, and a legend. Yeah, legend. Steve and I have been fishing together for a long time now, probably 8 years. Both started fishing together in Central Florida in Mosquito Lagoon and the Indian River, and then both relocated up here to the Panhandle. And you know, one of the things that we really liked to do when we were in Central Florida is surf fish. And most people think when they look at the Panhandle or they look at our beaches that these beaches, every beach is the same, and it's not true. Steve's just coming off a great win of the Half Hitch Kayak Tournament. Fished to the west end of the beach, and again, kind of where we surf fish is similar to where he won that tournament, and there's a reason for that. It's not all the same. One of the great things about the west end is we don't have the condominiums, we don't have the windbreaks. It's more of a natural environment. There's little different things going on here with the bottom, similar to what we have over at Shell Island and other areas to the east. So one of the things, and we're going to ask Steve a couple questions about how his tournament goes, but when you see us surf fishing, you know, we want to make sure everyone knows, look for differences in the bottom on the beach, just subtle differences.
As well as different bait.
As well as different bait, but to the east of us, where you have high condominiums, that bottom gets flat, it's consistent, and where we are out here, all the way from the west end, all the way down to Carillon, the bottom is broken, you have sandbars that shift, you have holes. Those are the things you want to stand up on the top of Front Beach Road where you can find a high point and look for. And that's what we do when we come here surf fishing. I think that's part of our success with big redfish out here with pompano, is that we're looking for differences, and we move. We don't go to the same beach every time. We're moving and traversing over probably a 4 or 5 mile stretch of beach. But we're always looking at the beach before we decide to where we fish. And I think a lot of people wonder, you know, how did Steve catch that big fish? And I think some of the similar principles that we use for beach fishing came into play when you were deciding where you were going to set in for your kayak tournament.
Well, one of the big things was bait, and hearing about what people had been, you know, catching some of the bigger fish on. A lot of it was baby bonita, and just so happens one weekend that we went out and were able to load up on plenty of really good bait, and the bonita is what seemed to work best.
So you know, Steve was targeting baby bonita. There was a lot of those baits around. They were quality baits. There was a lot of ladyfish around, but for some reason there was so much ladyfish, those kingfish weren't looking at ladyfish.
No, they didn't really care about them on the hook.
You tried those?
Of course.
Tried those. And
tried those. They seem to do, you know, when it came to the live cigar minnows, they seem to prefer over the frozen. But most of what we were catching were little dinks, little small, you know, nothing that you would even want to bring to the weigh scale. So, you know, part of it is a little bit of luck when you happen to land a 22-pound king, when the only thing being caught recently is your mid 12s, 14s, and even some of the guys who landed up with 17s. That's still, for how slow it's been, those are still great fish to bring to the scale. 23 pounds, give or take.
I guess, yeah, that'll be in the top 3, I would have to imagine. But you never know, right?
He hit like a runaway train.
What did he hit?
Baby bonita.
Live one?
Nope. Some that I had in freezer for this event.
And I think one of the things is know the bait, but also, and I'm going to get this wrong, we have something like 17 miles of beach here at Panama City Beach. People get stuck to their closest beach point access or that hole that they always fish on their kayak. And the great thing is we have great roads, a lot of parking. Don't be afraid to move around.
Holes move.
The holes move and the fish move.
They move with them.
Yeah, my first redfish, that was when I was down here, probably a couple yards back over there. And when that fish hit, it was bam. And I didn't have that much experience then, and I put a pole right here on the cross, and so it took me about 2 minutes to reel it in.
Was it a hard fight?
Very hard. But it was worth it.
It's too big, right?
Yeah, it was like this big. I was holding it like this. My right arm was like getting so sore after holding the head. That was the head alone.
Just put the balloon on there so I could watch where he goes, and it takes him out deep enough and keeps him just below the water where usually, hopefully, some kind of bigger predator will want to eat him. Sometimes you get lucky. More often than not, it's a shark. But, you know, sometimes he's sitting here doing nothing too. Now, if I could only find a balloon that'll hold air, I think all mine are leaking.
Hopefully he doesn't hook you. It's called shark bait right there. The wind are gonna carry that balloon away.
I'm going to dispel a myth that the beard has nothing to do with how Steve catches any fish. Fear the sandbars, don't fear the beard.
Picky. A flat that produces. Burnt Mill Creek. Hey, this is West End Steve, hanging out with a few folks from Bay County Outdoors today. Came out to Burnt Mill Creek early this morning. Beautiful weather, nice cool morning. I'm sure most of us have been looking forward to. We managed to find a bunch of small trout, several small reds, keeper or two trout along the way. One slot red, some Jack Crevalle showed up. Tons of bait just getting whacked all over the place. And apparently that's the jacks who were really into that. It was kind of slow in the morning, so we were switching off and on in between assorted plastics, and then it turned out that they were very interested in eating a lot of the DOA. The glow curly tails is what they seem to be hitting on pretty well that Cheryl's using. I personally switched over to the New Penny jerkbait, and that's when all of a sudden everything just seemed to turn on, and threw a few other lures here there along the way that didn't really seem to catch anything's attention, so DOA it was for the day and worked out great. And if any of you really like eating mullet, I highly suggest you come and check it out because I've seen more mullet up here in the last 3 hours than I have in the last 4 months. So, great day to be out on the water. I'm glad I got to spend some time with them today, and I encourage you all to get out there and see what Bay County has to offer and take advantage of it while our weather's nice and get out there and do something. As far as some people wanting to know what's the allure of kayak fishing, personally, as far as my opinion goes, it's kind of like you're on your own island, for lack of a better term. You know, you're the captain, you're the crew, you're it. It almost sets up what feels like a more personal relationship with being outdoors and being, you know, engulfed in the whole water fishing outdoor experience when you're, like I said, on your own island. So having that, you know, freedom to be able to get into some really shallow water, go where most boats can't go. If you're interested in learning more about the 2015 Hobies, you know, Pro Anglers, Outbacks, Brevos, feel free to come down to Sunjammers Water Sports. We actually have 2 locations now, one in St. Andrews on Beck, the other was where the old canoe shop used to be, and the old school store on 79, just north of Back Beach, about 3 blocks on your left. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have as best we can, and we can even find a way and take you out on a demo and let you try them out and suit you with the kayak that you think would be best for you. We'll make it happen.
JBP Marine in Panama City is now a certified SeaDeck fabricator. SeaDeck offers a safe and comfortable alternative to your boat's molded-in non-skid. Made in the USA, SeaDeck can be fully customized to fit your boat's decks, floors, gunnels, and more. Our local certified SeaDeck fabricators can template your boat, digitize and cut your SeaDeck mats, and install your SeaDeck kit. Visit SeaDeckSource.com for more information about SeaDeck or to get an instant SeaDeck estimate. JBP Marine and SeaDeck, one product, endless possibilities.
Welcome to the world of unfair lures. I know you're here because just like me, you also want to catch more fish. On the underneath side of our unfair lures, you'll notice too that we have a 3-dimensional bleeding gill. And as you operate the lure through the water, the turbulence in the water actually makes the gill filaments breathe almost like a spent bait. And then to make sure that you do well with your product, unfair lures come with an outside barb hook, which is a new style treble hook that we've developed, with an inside cutting point. This actually gets a quicker purchase and also about a 60% quicker hook set than a standard hook with an inside barb. Also very gill friendly. If you hook a fish around its gill rakers with our lures, you will not slice off the rakers with a barb point on the inside. But this is a catch and release friendly hook, yet will actually hold on to your fish better. Unfair lures are loaded to the gills so that you can have a better day on the water.
It's time to whip up some dough on behalf of Children's Home Society. Please join us Saturday, September 12th at the Edgewater Beach and Golf Resort for our Compassionate Chef fundraising event.
We'll have over 30 restaurants of food to enjoy, browse the silent auction, and dance the night away with a live jazz band.
All dough raised goes to our 2,400 children in need in Bay County. To purchase tickets, go to chsfl.org/compassionatechef.
Embracing children and inspiring lives to raise the dough.
Hey folks, Will Owen here with JBP Marine in Panama City, Florida. Today we're talking about SeaDeck, and specifically in this segment we want to talk about digital templating. As you probably are aware, you can probably go online, you can order a templating kit from SeaDeck and do your own templating, kind of the old school way with Mylar and the Sharpie pens and that sort of thing. But if you come to JBP Marine, or if you have JBP Marine come to you, we actually use state-of-the-art equipment to digitally template your boat. And that allows us to get a much higher level of quality in the final product. So by doing that, you're going to pay a little bit more for it, but you'll also be getting exactly what you hope to get from the start, and be very pleased with your SeaDek job once it's finally installed. For more information about custom SeaDek for your boat from JBP Marine, visit SeaDekSource.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry McBride from Kayak Fish Magazine. We're still at ICAST 2015. I'm here with Chris Crawford, and he's a celebrity today. Rinse Kit won the new product showcase. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, so the Rinse Kit is basically a portable shower system that is designed to allow users to get 2 gallons of fully pressurized water, just like you would get out of your garden hose without any pumping or any batteries. So the way it works is we give you this little adapter that screws onto your spigot at your house, and then you have a quick disconnect, so you detach that, snap it on there, turn on your hose, and it takes 20 seconds, and the water pressure just transfers into the chamber that's in here. So there's no pumping, there's no moving parts really in here at all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then once it's full, you just shut it off, disconnect it, hook on your nozzle, and then you get full water pressure just like you would get out of your garden hose. And we have all the different settings on here. And yeah, I mean, it'll spray on the center setting for over 4 minutes, and every bit of water that you put into it comes right back out.
That's amazing. I did an article years ago about carrying a live well around with you and doing the exact same thing to rinse your gear and kayak off before you threw it on the truck. This makes a lot more sense. And I see it's black, which I know is going to absorb heat.
Yeah.
So if you want a warm shower.
Yeah, we got a warm shower. We have white ones coming out, and we kind of just tried to build this thing into a total utility product. You know, it's got, the lid comes off so you can throw this on the ground. You got like a little measuring tape right here so you can stand on it, have the kids sit on it when you're rinsing off their feet. We put stuff in here. I keep my sunscreen in there. And then we've got ways to fill it with hot water too. We have hot water adapters and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's set up pretty much for your average outdoorsman.
Very simple, very effective. I love that. That's, you know, kayakers, we're always dragging our boats and throwing them on top and all that salt. And, and I can tell you that ain't good. And my photographer will tell you that salt eventually eats your truck up. So
yeah,
that is a great innovation right there, Chris.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate it, sir. I'm sure you'll have a good show after winning the award. So,
I hope so.
Your life's about to change.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks. For more coverage of ICAST 2015, go to kayakfishmag.com.